Hello everyone, this is the Tech Arrival and today I want to show you my quick gaming setup that I have over here, which is all possible thanks to this little device over here, which in my opinion might be the best docking station, especially for us gamers out there. So as you can see, this setup is pretty clean. I still have some cable management that I need to sort out, but for now I think this is pretty decent. It all comes down to that cable over there. But at the core of this setup, it's the BenQ dock. I'll put the name right on the screen, which pretty much powers everything that I have over here. As you may see, I don't really have a laptop currently because this desk setup is dedicated for gaming devices, and I have the PS5 over there and also the ROG Ally, the initial one. I'm still working on my review about the ROG Ally X, so don't worry about that one. But for now, this is what I'm using. And as you can see, everything is pretty slick. Everything is possible through one dock over here. And you may ask why this dock, because this isn't something completely new. It's just a docking station. Well, the best thing that I like about this docking station, and we'll get into more details, is if I press this button over here, then you can see it will automatically switch to the PS5, which is already connected to the same monitor. Of course, this may already be possible by switching the inputs of the same monitor, but this is a more easier design where you can switch between different devices. And for today's setup, I chose the PS5 and the ROG Ally. Normally, instead of the PS5, I would actually have my M1 MacBook, but today I chose the PS5 instead because I wanted to make a more gaming-oriented setup. And in this current setup, the ROG Ally, it's actually the main PC, and it's something that I still use daily, and that's why for today's video I chose this current setup. Now, the BenQ dock will allow you to connect multiple devices that has different ports, pretty much have everything that you need. And as you can see on the front, you have two USB-A, one USB-C, a headphone jack, and of course the power switch, which will also act as a switch between multiple devices. Now, in order to power on this device, all you have to do is press for 3 seconds the main button over here. And as you can see, it will connect right away, and by default the USB-C cable it's connected, and in this case it will power on the ROG Ally. Now if you want to switch to a different device, and in our case the PS5, all you have to do is simply press the button once more, and on the spot it will connect to the PS5. And in my opinion, that's the easiest way to switch between devices. So if you have a desk setup that has multiple devices and you're constantly switching between those, then I can highly recommend this dock, because this is something that I've been waiting for so long. And to be honest, this has everything that I need, all the ports necessary for my desk setup, and I don't really see anything else that this dock is missing. Now, if you want to check on the back of this docking station, you'll see all the ports that we need. And currently I have connected a bunch of different accessories. First of all, we have the power cable, which will power everything that we need over here. Then we have the USB-C out port, which in our case is connected to the ROG Ally. Then we have an HDMI cable, which is connected to the main monitor. And what is doing the switching between multiple devices is the port over here, which is an HDMI 2.1, and I am connecting the PS5 currently to this port. This is what allows the docking station to switch between the multiple devices. So one device is connected to the USB-C and the other one is connected to HDMI 2.1. The main monitor will be connected to this one. And if you want to connect multiple devices as well, so multiple monitors, you don't want to use only this one, then we have an extra HDMI port, but there is also a display port on the top, so you can use both of these ports in order to connect multiple monitors. Then we have a LAN port, but there are also 3 extra USB-A ports, which in my case are the Gavastar M1 Mouse Pro over here, then an LG dongle, which I'm using for my LG keyboard and mouse, and another one which is powering on the lamp over here that I have on top of my monitor. So as you can see, this pretty much has everything that you will need, and I've stored the BenQ docking station right under my desk. I think this looks pretty slick, you can barely notice it. Now, if you are using a MacBook, you may see on the back that we have a display port, and if you want to connect an additional monitor to your MacBook, then that means that you will have to install the display link. So pretty much this allows you to connect up to 3 monitors to any Windows devices or a MacBook. So you are pretty much covered into your day-to-day job. So adding an extra monitor to your setup is pretty easy. All you have to do is use one of the extra display or HDMI ports on the back, and you are pretty much set. And as you can see over here, I have this extra monitor connected to the ROG Ally, and this works as a multi-window setup. We have the ROG Ally on the corner, and then we have the main monitor, the LG ultra-wide one, and we also have an HP monitor that is currently tying everything together. But the interesting fact is that once you press the switch button once more, then as you can see, only the main display will switch to the PS5. So that means that the extra monitors will always be connected to the main device, so using the USB-C over here. Apparently BenQ is doing this as a more work-oriented setup, and only the HDMI 2.1 port on the back will be the one that is switching between multiple devices. So please keep that in mind once you are using this device. If you want to switch all the monitors between different devices, then you're out of luck. This will only enable switching between one main monitor, and in my case is the LG Ultrawide over here. Now, when it comes to compatibility with different monitors, you may be wondering if this is compatible with multiple types of monitor. And as you can see over here, I do have a standard LG Ultrawide 2K monitor. Then I also have the HP Full HD monitor, so a pretty old one. But what you may have not expected is that I can actually use my iPad as a monitor as well. Now, this does require a few other accessories, and as you can see, I have a capture card over here, but this is just because iPad requires this in order to work as a monitor. So this is a setup that you may not expect to work fully when it comes to multiple docks, but as you can see, the BenQ one works flawlessly when it comes to multiple monitors, and currently I have the ROG Ally connected to an LG Ultrawide 2K monitor, an HP Full HD monitor, and the 2022 iPad Pro 11-inch. So I have a 4 monitor setup when it comes to the ROG Ally. So this is something that I've done in the past. It's not something completely new when it comes to these kind of docks. What I want to show you is that this is pretty much compatible with everything that I throw at it. I also have this generic old TV that I use for my retro consoles. I even have an LG 55-inch TV that I have in my living room, and this also is compatible with this dock. Now, when it comes to build quality, this is mostly made out of aluminum, and it has a dark gray color all around except for the green button on the front. It has this LED on the front, which will also indicate the device that you are switching to. So currently we have the green LED button. This means that we have connected to the HDMI 2.1 device. And if we click on the switch button, then it will turn blue, and as you can see, it also switched to the ROG Ally, which is the main device. Now, inside the box, there are multiple accessories that you will need for this dock, and I'm very happy that we have multiple outlets. We do have the European plug, but also the UK one, and we also have an HDMI cable, but also the USB-C cable. For most of these docks, this is missing from the box, so I'm really happy that we have all of this. This is a great addition. Having this inside the box does mean that you have everything that you need. Don't have to go and buy some additional cables. Everything is already inside the box. And actually, one of my favorite things that I have been using this dock for was my ROG Ally X review, which I have over here. And currently I'm using this setup with both my ROG Ally and ROG Ally X. And as you can see, this works perfectly fine, as you would expect, because this has been working with multiple devices, and the switch between different devices works also over here. And now we have the green light, which does mean that the ROG Ally X is the one connected, and if we press the button, then it will automatically switch to the ROG Ally in a bit. So there you have it. This setup actually works with the ROG Ally X and the ROG Ally altogether. Now keep in mind that the ROG Ally X only works with USB-C, so in order to work I had to use an additional docking station, but this was actually overkill because the only thing that I needed was an adapter between HDMI and USB-C, which this is the only thing that this dock is doing currently, so you don't really need an additional dock for that. All you need is an HDMI to USB-C adapter, and that will work just fine. So that's about it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Please let me know what other scenarios do you see yourself using this type of docks, and if there is anything that I have been missing for this review, drop them in the comments and I'll make sure to answer all of your questions. That's it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. This is Silvio and this is the Tech Arrival, and I'll catch you in the next video.